Alrighty, let's dive into our next reading for this evening. Oh, we have a message out already. Their ego blew up because of the energy you gave them. So I don't know if this applies to the collective, which I just did, or this reading, but take it as you see fit. All right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. So maybe their ego blew up because of the energy you gave them. Let's jump in. Are you like one of those self-proclaimed like hitmen of narcs? Like you get the little sonar. Your spirit team goes beep beep beep. We got a narc over here. Send her in. I'm just kidding. What the hell? I'm seeing a werewolf. The sun. Some kind of the vivifying god, restoration of life, protection from adversaries, rabbis, rabbis. Imagine rabies and wild beasts. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. And we have the Page of Swords in the reverse. I feel like you block them out of your energy just through your own like sheer audacity, your own light, like the sun and the Page of Swords in the reverse. Like Page of Swords in the reverse to me can signal somebody who can't watch you. It's like you're too bright. It's like they try to stare at you and they lose their eyesight. They go blind. I mean, even in this card, like look at his face. He's like there's like an aura around him. So I don't know. Maybe you're just that, spicy. Maybe you're like the Guy Fieri. I'm just kidding. I'll stop. Okay, 10 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, you're like yeet. You're out of there. Like you can't keep a gangsta down. Yeah, exactly. 3 of Swords in the reverse. Can't keep a gangsta down. That's funny. That's funny. 8 of Wands. Fast forward momentum. Ace of Cups. New love. A new sense of love. 6 of Wands. Like, bitch, like this is you're the queen or the king, but like, yeah, it's like somebody tried to hold you back but only leveled you up. Like 5 of Wands in the past position. Wow. You could be seeing 11 a lot, or you made a solid choice or decision about something to move forward, and this has like changed the game. I mean, 6 of Wands, the sun, like, what am I supposed to think here? And this is not in the future or anything. This is like current energy. Somebody might want to apologize. God who rejoices here, divine comfort, gives consolation and protection from one's enemies. Amen. Yeah, these people are trying to fuck up your money, side note, or your independence. Sagittarius. Anything else? Yeah, you dropped this. Dropped this like a hot potato. Knight of Cups in the reverse. Like the Hermit, you went off grid. You were like in the Himalayas. You were like feeding the goats. You're like, well, it's time to move. You're like the Batman scene. I don't remember that old Batman movie with what's his face. He's an Aquarius. I know that. Christian Bale. He's in the mountains. He's getting trained. He's doing some jujitsu shit. You've literally conquered something. That's amazing. The Emperor, like the Chariot, like sheesh. Leave some for the rest of us. Just saying. Just kidding. No, but you're holding on to a lot right now. I think you could be like increasing your finances or really focused on that at this point in time. I feel like you're careful. Careful. I'm seeing snakes. Somebody could have been trying to lie to you. Hmm. Something about ASMR. You might like ASMR. Or maybe this person was loud. Anything else? Can you explain more? Queen of Swords in the future position. No bullshit. Wow, temperance. That's beautiful. You're literally doing alchemy. You're literally. Okay. Yeah, you've been grappling with a lot. I think you released a lot and this helped you. I'm seeing cherries, or maybe you're celebrating or having a glass of wine or Chardonnay or something like that. Yeah, you've made a choice. There's something about a choice. There's something pivoting around a choice to improve your finances. 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. It's like money, honey. Like, what's the priority at the end of the day? Your happiness. 9 of Cups, centering the reed. Yeah, right on top of the sun. It's like in the Ace of Cups, and that's exactly what draws in everything that you desire and want and require. Wow. We have the Queen of Swords here too. 10 of Pentacles and long-term stability. Wow. Bada bing, bada boom. Sagittarius. This is great. I mean, 9 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Like, you tell me. 2 of Swords in the reverse. Like, seeing through shit. Yeah. 6 of Swords, leaving something behind. The lies, the bullshit. Yep. You detached. Your energy is detached or something like that. Yeah, you're not trapped in your head anymore. You're manifesting. Wow. Very powerful reading. That's for sure. Let's see if we have any tea leaf, the highest timeline. So that kind of makes sense. Their ego blew up because of the energy you gave them. I mean, literally, this, like, look at this energy. The sun, Six of Wands, like, Ten of Pentacles, like, bruh. You're like taking that, what's that Mario, like in the Mario video games? He like eats the mushroom and it like levels him up 3 times bigger. It's like, yeah, you become, didn't we say something about goats? Ten of Pentacles, you're the goat. G to the O to the A to the T. With the Ten of Pentacles here, it's like very strong. I'm seeing very strong, structured. You could be becoming more strong and structured, especially with Saturn, which was in Aries. Right now, we're kind of retracing that ground, and I think Saturn's already in Pisces. Neptune just went into Pisces before they go full-fledged strongly into Aries in 2026. So we're just kind of wrapping some shit up before we go more ahead. So we're really reconsidering those new beginnings. And Saturn rules discipline, it rules being mature, it rules slow but steady progress, kind of energy, time, and the ram and the Aries, right? Like Aries is literally I think the symbol is a ram in there. So it's all about the me first, coming up against obstacles, against fights, war, conflict, conquest, but also having the balls, having the courage to be the number one, to be the leader, to initiate, to begin things, so to fight for what's right, right? So it's all how you channel the energy. There's some kind of divine justice here as well. It's like the more that you emanate this energy, it's like things get in alignment. You're manifesting something that's going to be coming towards you shortly, I want to say. That's what they're telling me, shortly. So, yeah, Sag, love. Oh, definitely changing your relationship to love, that's for sure. Yeah, especially if things were not working in the past. Like if things were not taking off, you're taking off now. Oh shit. Yeah, you're coming out of great personal sorrow in the reverse, right on top of the Sun card. You've alchemized some kind of strong, fiery emotion, passionate love or hate. I don't know why I'm grabbing this deck. I guess I'm just grabbing it. Yeah. If anything was throwing you off, you're not for it. This could have been something more lusty. Could have also been with a Gemini, side note. Maybe you manifested it, but then you realized, like, you know what? I'm going to have to revise what I want. Um, Why am I seeing you become allergic, basically, to somebody or something or a situation? You could have just become wiser. I think you've learned how to use your or wield your power or your energy. Tell me more. Yeah, do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Because I'm seeing you more powerful now. It's almost like you're gaining muscle. Like you could literally be going to the gym or something like that, but there's something about you that's becoming more assertive, direct. Which makes sense. I mean, Aries trine Sagittarius energy, right? So Saturn in Aries is now going to be making a beautiful trine, supportive trine to you guys. Everybody likes trines. Everybody likes trines. Check out your trines in your birth chart. You can see your most powerful ones on Astro Charts website. Yeah, so your finances will also be improving in the future. So, and you are protected from negative forces beyond your control. So this whole shift that you've gone through, this whole kind of deep shadow work I see you working on, having to really reconsider, your happiness. Nine of Pentacles here, the Eight of Cups, detaching from something emotionally. With the Seven of Pentacles, what are you investing in? Ten of Wands in the reverse, right? Strength. I mean, this is really reconsidering things for you. Reconfiguring as well. I'm thinking there's something just wasn't up to par. It's like almost like it's like when you have a phone, right? And it needs a certain charger, and you got the wrong charger or something. It's kind of like not going to work. So compatibility, maybe there's something about that. 9:19 on the clock. It says delve into the Akashic records and your ancestors / past lives. Well, we actually have a past life deck, so we might as well pull one. So maybe this is something from past lives, though. God, I hate when they fall on the... Oh, there it is. Okay, good. This is Sag, right? I know we're in Sag. I just want to see it. Okay. Lessons and blessings. Okay, so you could be moving into greater blessings as well at this time. I mean, maybe you've integrated, yeah, food and hunger in the reverse. So that could be like improving. Like if you feel like you've just been like starving for a while or something like that, that could be changing. Especially if something was like taking away from you. Let's see. 22 could also be a relevant number. All right, so let's see. 10 Capricorn energy or 11 could be relevant, but it says you drew this card as a sign that the situation you're currently experiencing is a result of prior lifetimes. Take a look at the other cards that you drew along with this one to get a sense of when, where, or when the life occurred. This card means that you learned important lessons, which are bringing blessings to your present lifetime. Congratulations, you mastered how to turn painful events, alchemy, right, and memories into growth experiences. You can apply the same strength, we saw strength, to every area of your life. Wow. This could be about work as well. Congratulations, though. That's quite beautiful. I think this is like something that maybe like your ancestors had struggled with, or there could have been like patterns of this in your lineage, or just in, maybe your past experiences. Maybe you noticed there was a repeating pattern or something. But you could be seeing like watches or clocks or like clock heads, or there's something that's just like, it's like time up. It's kind of giving Saturn transits. It's like you had to pay off this karma. We put it in the beginning of your life so it would be paid off so you could continue the rest of your life with the lessons. You kind of had to pay this off from past lifetimes. It's like, quote unquote, paying for the sins of your parents, right? Maybe lessons that they didn't learn, you kind of finished up so that you could have greater mastery over your own chart, over your own life. But yeah, very interesting energy. All right. Let's see if we can get something else. Actually, we'll pull for. Tell me more about this past life that they've been wrapping up for Sag. Change. Change and courage. So maybe there was something here about being courageous, or maybe like that was the lesson, part of the lesson. Huh. Tell me more about this past life for Sag. Releasing, surrendering, and purging. Yeah, if it was worth it, this whole kind of complex alchemy that you've done emotionally, where you've come out of some kind of repetitive pattern or loop or stagnancy. Very interesting. You're detaching emotionally. You know to put your own independence first. We have the strength here. Very interesting. You're investing more wisely. Maybe in the past you weren't investing as wisely. Tell me more about past lives. Maybe this is about like putting other people's needs ahead of your own. Tell me more about past lives for Sag. Inner child healing. So definitely maybe something from your parents or your ancestors even. Yeah, disharmony. This could be like getting in relationships that are not for you, or based in a lot of conflict maybe, or staying in those kind of relationships. Ignoring your intuition could also be a lesson, right? Maybe you were even warned about something, and so as a result of you heeding the warning, you are changing something. This could be to do with a fire sign potentially. Tell me more. Past lives, any extra messages? Could be self-love. This was a huge lesson in self-love to build the solid foundation that you need. And I think that you've turned off. There's something about your emotions, getting better control over your emotions, not being afraid to go your own way. So, very interesting. Alrighty, I feel called to just like touch this. It's beautiful. Yeah, I guess you can see in this shell, there's like all these kind of circling kind of maybe that's kind of like a metaphor here or something, like it all spirals, it all comes out from the center outwards, or multiple parallel dimensions or timelines happening, or past lives or whatever. But or maybe like fossilization. I don't know. Got some smoky quartz. Alrighty. Cleanse this away, purge it out. Yeah, this could have been blocks to your like abundance, like maybe in your family lineage, like you've seen people enter relationships that really affected them negatively, maybe even in their lives, and so it was kind of like not repeating that pattern of like, I don't know, disharmony or heartbreak or whatever. Just lighting some sage, some sage. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Where should we go? I'm gonna pull. Oh shit! Sorry. I want to pull one of these. Any last messages from the stack for Sag before we move on to juicier messages? B. Okay. Yeah, there's something here about like a temptation. It's giving Persephone, Hades. We are in Scorpio season now. Let's get you a familiar. I haven't used this deck. Any messages for Sag? Relevance, fraud, creativity. Yeah, maybe people have always stifled themselves, like in your lineage or something like that. Like they got in relationships which forced them to stifle who they were truly or put their needs on the back end. And I don't know. Let's get you juicy messages. Sagittarius. From the highest teams of love and light, Angel Michael for the highest timeline, other deities and angels of the highest timeline, Jesus, guardian angels and guides for Sag, messages for their highest timeline. From Angel Michael and the highest timeline. Did I say champagne? Because I'm seeing champagne. Let's see. There are people who will treat you beautifully. Wow, just as we say that with champagne there. Cheers. As I drink water. Angels are with you. Beautiful. Sextiles equals success after taking the first action. So maybe you need to leverage these transits or these own aspects in your birth chart. Stepping into receiving graceful abundance vibration, magnetizing it towards you. So maybe you're allowing yourself to actually receive more in your daily life or in your daily enjoyment or connection with life in general, stepping into that receiving energy, grateful abundance vibration. So really just tapping into like how abundant you actually are, just for being alive at this present moment, for having the opportunities that you do, for being able to commune with your spirit team, for the changes that you see happening, making space for those meant to come on your journey. So maybe this is confirmation for you that things have had to change. I'm seeing that song like Down Under. So maybe this is about Australia, or there could be just something like funky, fresh, fun. Because that song, like they look like they're all having a good time. I think it's Come Down Under, or I Come from the Land Down Under. Sorry. Create a vision board. So maybe you need to like write or like anchor down like what do you actually want? What do you want? Just write it down. Like write quick like bullet points, or use Pinterest, or use whatever you got. Magazine cutouts, visualization, just thinking about things, allowing your mind to wander, go towards what you find enjoyment in, set intentions. Yeah, there is something here about grounding though. Like you might be even doing petitioning, which is where you like write down desires or whatever and talk to your spirit team. I don't know. I heard another technique where you write it and then you just sleep on the paper, you put it under your mattress or something like that, and you forget about it, and you just write it down. So yeah. Some people are meant to be more protected / reclusive. So this could be you. You might have like a very, if you're like a writer or you're like an actor or something, or you're like, I don't know, you're a president or something, you're not going to be able to be accessible by everybody. You are valued and loved. So just know that recalibrating. So things, didn't we say reconfiguring? And it says you can read their mind. So you might be able to pick up thoughts. Okay. 1747 could be a number that's relevant. Slowing down to avoid boulders / potholes. So maybe you're just not being as impulsive as maybe you once were. Maybe people wanted you to like kind of act quickly, and now you're realizing the power of taking your time to make long-term choices. You are a magical person, so maybe you're just tapping into that ability to ground down at this time. Resting is work. Listen and go with the flow. Yeah, because you could be integrating lessons, or your chakras could be going through upgrades, or you could be thinking about things, or needing to allow that space for the creative process to happen. So like having that glass of Chardonnay or whatever. I don't know what Chardonnay is really. I think that's just like wine, right? Chardonnay. No, it's like fizzy wine, right? I don't know. I don't drink much. Watching / feeling you elevate. So somebody here could be feeling your energy, like literally not inaccessible from them anymore. Like literally, like it's like you've shifted colors, or you've shifted timelines, or something like that. Never explain to low vibing people. So don't waste your time, because you're going to be interacting. People will fight with you just to keep you on their level. So let's get you one of these beautiful cards. We'll get actually one of those gorgeous ones over there soon. Sagittarius. Oh, the big picture. Yeah, you're moving beyond some kind of grief, especially if you felt like you were being like persecuted. I think you've had to cultivate a greater sense of strength. Yeah, especially if anything was taking away from you, like abundance wise. I don't know, I'm getting that. Sag. Weight of the world, dropping things that are not yours in baby steps. Action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. It doesn't need to make sense, of course. Just allow yourself to flow. Oops. Don't feel pressured to forgive people at this time as well. You can forgive them to release the energy. Like, don't be angry, but you don't have to allow them back into your life or whatever. I'm just saying. So let's get you a Kelly. Sagittarius. Nice timeline, Angel Michael. Oh, Chinnamasta. People could be impressed with you in some sense, by the way. Sacred severance is her radical grace. She is our soul's power to shed and survive, to outgrow and evolve. Yeah, we said something about outgrowing. When your soul needs to separate itself from that which it once relied, be it a view of ourselves or the world or a group or belief system that cannot support the truths of the heart, it's giving South Node eclipse energy, right, which is all about shedding away illusion. She is the capacity, sovereignty, and courage. Courage, we said that, required for self liberation. Systems of oppression within your mind, your world will be overcome. You have the power to sever your attachment to the past and focus on inner regeneration and reorientation, like we said, reconfiguring, recalibration, healing into the path that is worthy of your heart. Beautiful reading, amen. May you always be protected by the highest angels of love and light, amen. Or your spirit team. The fifth of the Mahavidya wisdom goddesses is a most shocking form of Kali Chinnamasta. She is a divine feminine avatar, self-decapitated, and partaking of the blood that emerges from her throat. So there could be something about somebody who is coming for you for your neck, and maybe it worked, right? But maybe you came back to life, or, it's kind of resurrection energy. The name Chinnamasta translates as beheaded. She signifies a powerful activation of the spiritual path through the confrontation of oppressive behavior, self-limiting attitudes, and intellectual dominance of intuition. So it's kind of like when you need to remove all these falsities, right? You remove the head or the ego, and then you replace it with the soul, right? Let's see. The head is a symbol of the known, of thinking, of forms of authority. It is the head that wears the crown, the sign of status or power. Unrestrained by authority, she is able to overpower it. For our human selves, you could be seeing 12 a lot. For the human selves, the head is the locus of control. So during a Chinnamasta initiation, you will not understand what is happening, and you won't know how everything is going to turn out. That's very interesting. So you could have even been like asking, or like maybe you feel like it's just like on the tip. Like you could almost like understand it, but it's just blocked, right? And didn't we see something about Akashic Records? So maybe there's something that's not unlocked to you yet. This is as it is meant to be and is not something you need to worry or fight against. Chinnamasta is a potent medicine for liberation. Her graphic iconography differentiates her from other forms of Kali that wear her favorite accoutrements of severed heads or skull garland. Chinnamasta's severance is her own head. This represents self-liberation. We don't need to wait for another to intervene. She shows the way to save ourselves, to move from inner courage and inner wisdom. Her presence can indicate a time when you must trust yourself completely without external support systems to rely on. The beliefs and constructs that once supported you no longer are able to do so. Success cannot come from the tried and true paths of the past. You are evolving beyond that. It is time to rest in the void and allow for a new way to emerge. And there is a kind of purging. We saw that purging card. And there's kind of a relaxation when that happens, because it's kind of like I'm seeing somebody have to relax their muscles completely, so that they can feel better, or so they can like become stronger, they can heal, they can totally like, it's like when you go to sleep. Despite the inherent violence of the image, Chinnamasta is not dead. Blood flows. She is very much alive. No matter how severe the challenges you encounter, no matter what you let go of, that which you once identified or cherished, your life shall continue. You, the real you, which is not the you thought you were, is breaking free into more life, not less. Sometimes the old systems have to fall for the new order to be established. Things will never be the same, because your real self is powerful enough to shed the false layers and radiate inner beauty and wisdom more freely, which makes sense because we are ending a lot of huge karmic cycles. Saturn starting a new 30-year cycle, Neptune a new 165-year cycle, as it does this whole retrograde back into Pisces for a little bit before it goes direct. So we're really ending huge cycles right now, especially regarding the subconscious, our boundaries, our ability to say no, take control. Her partaking of blood symbolizes the capacity to be nourished and fed by change rather than devastated or destroyed by them. It is a reassurance that at a deeper level you are gaining something from the chaos and deconstruction. Chaos is a ladder, right? Like Littlefinger in Game of Thrones. In your being, in your life, as you continue to move through the process of change, you will gain energy for something new. Chinnamasta is self-nourishing through the spiritual conscious application of destructive energy. Chinnamasta shows transformation is not about trying to change others. It is about tackling our views, our fixed identities, our attachments to power or status. Even if a situation causes us pain and it appears to be under the control of another, Chinnamasta initiates us into using our own spiritual power to free ourselves. You don't have to be bound by anything. You are one with the Creator. Her teaching is that we have the means to become free within us. We don't need to control outer circumstances or others. Within us is the energy we need to continue on our path. We can draw what we need from within. Chinnamasta leads us into deeper terrain where we can release tendencies to self-sabotage through ignoring our intuition, truth, and needs. We have the power to get out of our own way. 122. So let's see. Let's get some extra messages. I feel like you've come through the darkness for sure. You could also be tapping into more of your ability to like, it's kind of like when one sense is impaired, the other senses pick up the slack. So you could be learning how to like rely on other senses that you normally don't, and they're becoming sharper as a result. I feel like you're sensing undercurrents or something. Or it's kind of like when you feel the earthquake before it comes, almost. Or let us see. Maybe you're doing spell work. I don't know. It says stubbornly focus. Okay. We have feeling better increases productivity. So make sure you're putting your own needs first at this time, caring for yourself, doing what's needed to make yourself feel good, have that cup of tea, do the routines that bring you that goodness, the music, the vibes, the mindsets, the journaling, busting out of the cage. So we did see courage. So maybe this is like things that, have kept your past lifetimes or generations even caged. Long-term blessing. Yeah. So whatever you're doing right now, keep it up. This might not be instant, but it will be gratifying. And take what you have, then abandon you. So that could be what somebody was trying to do to you in the past, and you saw the bigger picture. Heed the advice of your guides. So your guides are working with you. Call them around you. Ask them for understanding. Pray for that. Constantly talk to them casually in your head. Hidden blessings. Redirect your energy. So silver lining type energy, right? There could be new doorways. Healing addiction. Stop trying to control and surrender to God/deities. She wanted to be a bully to you. So this could be like a feminine energy, or literally a feminine. It says, I am surrounded by angels of protection, and so it is. So ask for Angel Michael. That's a great prayer. Like constantly do that constantly. Like, dear guardian angel Michael, please surround me and cut any cords or sever any cords that are blocking me or inhibiting my energy flow, or sending fear or anything like that. Just cut them. Just cut anything that's not for my highest timeline, anything that's been impeding my growth, anything that attempts to do that. May the energy be free and clean and strong. Amen. It says shifted timelines. You could be literally doing that. Like, you could be doing that exercise where you close your eyes and when you open your eyes, you'll be in a new timeline that has this, and say it in your head or visualize it, whatever. Where are the haters now? LOL. They can't even get in. That's where they are. They're at the door, right? They're getting mad that the bouncers, like, you gotta get out of here. Yeah, like, club's full. So I don't know. I'm not suggesting you go clubbing. It's just a metaphor. Trying to make their problems your problems, but they can't even get in. They are trying to steal your joy, but they can't even get in. So call the bouncers. Patience is a virtue. Faith, sensing right direction. Patience is a virtue. Faith, sensing the right direction. Like we said something about sensing. It says they will love bomb and go cold to steal your energy. So I think you're just like really keeping the bouncers at bay with that. You let things handle themselves. Exactly. Like, you don't even need. It's not even on your level. Pride got in the way. Negative communication. Devil trying to bump into you. So just protect yourself. Guard your energy. Ask for protection. Do your warding. Whatever you got to do. Cleansing, clearing, grounding. They just don't want to see you move on, even if they did. What? Even if they did. Okay. Fight back and win. Interesting. Yeah. So continue to fight for what's right. Courage, right? People see threats and try to put those people down. Don't take it personal. It's a compliment. Keep strategizing your improvement. So continue to learn, continue to ask for guidance from your spirit team, your angels, to guide you towards, like, what do you need to do? Like, show me the way, show me, like, it's amazing how they'll come through. And like, you might be guided towards, like, maybe you're just like, not sure what your next steps are, and you pray and you ask for guidance, or show me, like, how can I improve this or whatever. And suddenly, like, somebody bumps into you and tells you about something that really helped them, and it's just random. Or maybe like a certain article pops up, or maybe it's like a video on YouTube, or maybe it's on your TikTok, or maybe it's just like you get an idea. You think randomly, like, maybe I should buy like a planner. I don't know, but you know what I mean. So sorry, I'm just I didn't read these cards. I just realized. Wow. Hmm. Hmm. I want to pull a few extra tarot. Let's use some of the animals. Actually, no, we'll use. No, yeah, we'll do that. All right. Sag. Moving beyond something that didn't bring you happiness, you're seeing it clearly. Especially if something's not coming through. I think you're willing to take a longer road, a more patient road. You could have certain deities that are working with you as well. It's like they're trying to bring you something. Good justice. This could be hidden from you, though. You might not be seeing what this is quite yet, but there's something that's in the works. So I don't know what that's about. But let's continue. I want to pull some extra last messages, and then we'll close out. Harmony with mind and spirit. So just living in the present moment. They love working for it. So this could be, yeah, there could be something that's like so slowly but surely kind of heading your way. I think, oh shit, I think it's gonna be long term, but I don't think it's ready yet. It's kind of giving like pizzas in the oven type vibe. I don't know. I'm seeing pizza. But yeah, this could be like as you do your own energy work, things shift around you and things align the right way. Actually, we're gonna get a white light. Last messages. We haven't done these in a while. I like shifting the cards around, so I use different things. We have Beatitude of Sacred Rapture. We have Beta of Spirit Wolf. Very interesting. Okay, the sun. Wow. Didn't we see the sun? Yeah. All right, so Beatitude of Sacred Rapture is 29, so that could be 11 that you're seeing a lot of. But let's see, or Aquarius energies could be like a friend network, organization, the right groups, the right people around you. Let's see. Let your true self be seen. Search for the deeper spiritual purpose and opportunity for healing beneath conflict and suffering. If you have been in pain, this oracle brings a message of a joyful breakthrough. Your soul is growing stronger, more able to have faith and wisdom than in judgment or doubt. Commit to your spiritual path and know that you're making progress, even if things seem more difficult for a time. Yeah, it's like almost like you're taking the road less traveled. Know that any such difficulties are part of the healing and that you will successfully move through it. Trust yourself. Yeah, beautiful. Trust yourself. So this is all starting from your relationship with yourself. To feel that you are fully seen, loved, and recognized for who you are on as your true self, to be witnessed in such a state, truly beheld in all your uniqueness, quirkiness, vulnerability, and strength is deeply empowering. This is how Spirit sees you. So when you connect with Spirit, you learn to love yourself and others unconditionally and become generous with forgiveness. You're also less likely to be hoodwinked by ego. You start to see yourself and others at the soul level. When we are beheld, the need to behold arises. We need to bear witness to the sacred to acknowledge what is true, which means cutting through the fog of illusion, deception, or confusion. With the clarifying knife of higher perception, there is quantum power and pure vision. It empowers the viewer and also that which is viewed. Seeing from a position of inner spiritual truth, we look below the surface, which has alchemical potency to sight healing and motion. It's like awareness. It's like the energy. It's like as you observe something, it shifts. It's like basic physics, right? It's like what vision of yourself for others? Isn't there like a principle that like what you look to is impacted by you looking at it and how you're seeing it? Mm-hmm. I forget what that's called, but I don't know. Hearing Schrodinger, maybe there's like a Schrodinger's theory or something like that. But anyways, what vision of yourself or others do you either cling to or free yourself from? So you could be noticing that like if you see somebody through a certain light, you're projecting that energy towards them. I remember hearing about this in a near-death experience where Jesus was trying to tell this woman like, hey, you need to like stop thinking or being jealous of this, coworker because you're projecting that onto her and she already has a lot of other shit she's dealing with. So now it's like it's not gonna help, right? Like you might be frustrated at something or somebody, but it's probably not going to help viewing them from that lens or putting that energy on them. How might your choice either encourage or impede soul awakening? When life is tough, you can admire the courage it takes to grow. There is a compliment inherent, but you also want to see people clearly. Inherent in being allotted life challenges. If something big is shown up on someone's path, the universe is basically saying they're enough of a spiritual badass to deal with it. It's a vote of divine confidence. If you or another are battling something, you can choose to feel on respect rather than fear or despair. And you can also pray that, their chains, their binds, and they're protected by Angel Michael. Rapture is a state of intensely pleasurable joy that lifts one into communion with the sublime and the sacred. It is not only a personal experience, but also transforms the divine delight into the collective soul of humanity. This is the kind of joy that is generous, soulful, without reason or agenda, and delightfully contagious. It is a wake-up call. It shifts any stubborn clinging to negativity, refreshes the soul, and nourishes the heart. It reminds us everything's okay. Rapture is the astonishment, the sudden intake of breath in response to an inner realization of something beautiful and beyond description. It tears us out of our misery and despair and plugs us into the electrical current of enlightenment. The darkness is cleared in an instant. It only takes a little light to bring light into dark, right? Beatitude is a blessing, the higher blessing. The oracle of Beatitude of Sacred Rapture brings guidance that the beautiful healing truth of spirit is your reality. All else is a nightmarish misuse of imagination by the ego. When you sense spirit at work in your life, totally trustworthy and having your back, so just relaxing. You are seeing clearly. When your hopeful heart feels empowered, you are in a zone of truth. Trust in those moments, recall them whenever you can. Count all your positive moments and wins, no matter how inconsequential they may appear. Collect your wins, right? I think I said this in Aries reading. Pretty sure I did an Aries reading today. Yeah, I did. I hope I correctly titled it. I just realized. Let's see. Okay, I'll let that load. Um, hmm. Let's see. Count all your positive moments and wins, no matter how inconsequential they may appear. They're definitely not. I mean, they're building everything around you. Every one of them is a precious drop of divine nectar nourishing your heart. Allow yourself to see and be seen. And remember that even in the tremors, trials, and tribulations of human life, you're a radiant soul who's growing ever more luminous through the wisdom, compassion, and strength distilled through those experiences. Look for the light beneath all phenomena, and you shall know that peace and love is with you always. Yeah, so 15 could be a relevant number, but yeah, there's a lot of new creative energy and new beginning energy, a lot of more courage. Like maybe you're one of the first people in your divine lineage or heritage to like really connect with your soul and put your own divine purpose above everything else. Like the fifth house energy, like not being afraid to assume a leadership position. Like it's very Leo energy, right? Like connecting with your soul, connecting with your heart, connecting with your truth, connecting with your light, and beaming that outwards. And that could include like multifaceted perspectives, right? The light in all its forms, the white light that when it goes through a prison turns prison. Maybe you've gone through prison, or you're trapped. But when it goes through a prism of these different experiences, maybe you're able to see so many different colors, right? So many different angles. But yeah, beautiful card there, actually. Maybe I'll show you. I hope YouTube doesn't yell at me for this. But thank you so much for being here. Please hit like, subscribe. You can get a personal through the Buy Me a Coffee link or leave a tip through there. And I think there's something hidden here. There's something like very mysterious here. And we have the Moon and the Justice card. So, and we have Temperance below it. So yeah, good luck. Take care.